What is popping, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Netgear Zombies, and welcome back to Predecessor. We're gonna be doing a week overview, week one, I should say. And honestly, this game's been popping off. I've been focusing a lot of the first 3 days, I would just say, to Muriel, for finding my build, trying to see the best way to play her, the best way that I can play her, I can understand her, and things like that. Things have been going pretty well, honestly. There has been a lot of ups and downs, lots of losses, lots of wins. A certain game in particular was just absolutely insane. Nothing but saving the teammates, cross the map with their ultimate, doing the right build, doing the correct amount of damage. I think, I don't know if it should be DPS focused or rather than just full on support. I need to find the correct balance for myself, for my playstyle. But Muriel has been a lot of fun. There has been situations I found myself, obviously, where I shouldn't have ulted, or I should have. More often than not, I usually jump into a gank, not realizing the entire enemy team is there. But regardless, the games have been going well. I've been going for mana focus build, so I don't run out of mana in battle, and magical penetration. That's typically what I've been going with for Muriel, but I've been looking at the item list, and I think I'm gonna go more towards the same magical penetration, magical power, because I think it's important that I'm able to hit hard, not super hard, but hard enough where if I'm in a 1v1 situation, I can walk away fine, unless it's against a carry, which then I will probably die, or a tank. In some situations I live, okay? I'm not gonna be like, I'm the greatest, or I can need to bail with my ultimate. Either way, just in some circumstances, it's okay to have some DPS. Obviously, a support role is supposed to be help the teammates out, help be situation aware, well, for Muriel's case anyways, keep, teammates from other lanes or jungler alive, or even your duo, with your ultimate, of course. From my experience, her ultimate is so good for her slam. Coming into a team fight, completely stunning everybody around is so good, because that second or half a second of just the opponents in the air, it just feeds so much damage for your team, and it's so useful. Situations, obviously, like I said earlier, I find myself flying into trying to help a teammate, and the teammate either bails and leaves me for dead, or teammate turns around and then two more people join the fight, and it's just an absolute disaster for both of us. These people, the other teammates are usually sticking their lane in a team fight, because unfortunately we can't communicate well unless we type in the chat that, hey, go team fight, unless you're pinging, but even then people will not even listen. Anyways, that's just the first week of Muriel, of what I've liked, what I've enjoyed. So now we're going to be doing a little transition to the other roles I've played. The other roles I've played this week is mid lane and a little bit of off tank, or a little bit of off lane, sorry. And it's been pretty good. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed the other roles. The only role I haven't tried is jungle. I find jungle, from what I've seen, obviously playing in games, it's just difficult. It's very hard, unless you're insanely good at it, obviously due to past experience or things like that. But we're not here to talk about junglers. That's for a different day, when I actually try them out more. But we're here to talk about Crunch, and my boy Crunch, he's built differently. I know he's also a jungler. You could jungle him if you want to. I don't have any experience with jungling, so I don't. I just use him as an off lane, and when he's an off lane, he's goated. He is goated. His abilities, just his play style is unique. Since I've only been playing range in mid lane and off or duo lane. Obviously, as I play Muriel and the fairy, don't know her name, in support. And we got Crunch off lane and jungler, but I think I'm gonna probably play an actual jungler to get used to jungling. But it's been a lot of fun with the boy Crunch. He goes in and then he goes out and then you're dead, But his in all actuality, I like to mix his physical and magical attack. I've been building him more towards melee, obviously physical attack. Due to me getting absolutely destroyed by a Grux on the off lane, not in this game, but a couple games. I don't think I recorded it, but this Grux, early game I dominated him. Late game, since I was following the recommended, since I didn't really know how to build him. Like I said, I've only played magical characters. I had no proper experience on how to really play a melee focused character. But nonetheless, I got destroyed by this Grux. I saw how he built his Grux on the off lane, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been copying that, and that strat has been working perfectly because it's just insane the amount of damage I do once I'm fully set up. You know, late game, early game is still a bit of a slug, so I gotta figure out the best way to play him. Because the way I've been doing it is farm up tier 1 items, but rather I should be doing is probably go for the tier 3 off the rip. So tier 1, tier 2, and then tier 3. Obviously, it's a lot easier said than done because, you know, situationally, say your enemy off lane or enemy jungler are just sitting on the off lane, they're just sitting there. So you have to play accordingly. You can't just go with the recipe every single time of, hey, let me do the same strategy, it's gonna work. It's not true. That's very situational. Obviously, I need to experiment more with the boy Crunch to see where it all entails to. But definitely, for sure, I like offlane. And if I learn how to jungle properly, I can probably make Crunch work as a jungler. But as it stands now, I can't do that. I'm not that skilled. I'm still learning the items, the builds. Obviously for physical, since I have no experience, I think I should probably put magic into him because he does magical damage as well. A percentage, obviously, but his, you know, every single one of his abilities do physical, and very few, or not very few, but all of his abilities except his ultimate, I think his ultimate as well, does magical. Besides physical, like a part of magical damage, which is good. But I digress. We'll see what's happening in week 2, probably. Obviously, a lot of people, the games have been a lot more fair recently as well. They've been a good balance of here and there, not one-sided roll fest as it was on the very first day or the first couple days, but the first week in general has been pretty spectacular on it. And let me tell you, the mid lane, it just gets absolutely insane. The mid lane, when I first tried it out, oh my gosh, insanity at its absolute finest. But that's where we see. That's where we'll see the changes. Maybe more heroes, who knows. I'm digressing. I'm getting off topic, blah, blah, blah. So let's go to the mid lane. Let's see. The Fairy. Absolutely goated. This chick hits like a train, man. If you build her correctly, she hits hard. She hits very hard. And it's sick. I think what really inspired me to play her was getting rolled by her when I was just, you know, 100% solo playing Muriel. I didn't want to only play Muriel due to the fact of, like in other games, you have to know what other heroes do so you can anticipate what's going to happen, so you can get in their head. Well, like, what is the most common factor they're going to do in situations? Are they going to push in? Are they going to fight? But then again, I've never played these kind of games, so you can't, I can't really tell that yet because they may not be going with a traditional build, they might be going with their own build, and their own builds can just absolutely roll, right? Something you don't even know. But anyways, the Fairy mid lane, I don't really have much to say, but very hard, very massive DPS, very good, very good. So I mean, the week 1 sum up in general, good mix up, good mix up for sure. Hopefully, well, next week for sure I'll try jungler, report on that, because that's gonna be fun. Definitely be dead weight on my team, but you know, it's the test thing. Early access, my bad. So errors are allowed to happen, you know, but hopefully in a way. But regardless, this Fairy, dude, I can't get over it. Like, her ultimate just sucks you in, and then you're just stuck. And if you yourself do, you know, massive damage like that, they're just dead. But if your team is there and you do massive damage, it's just GG for them. It's just GG for the enemy team. The amount of damage that thing can do is just sanity. For the fairy, what I've been building, it's just magic, just straight magic, just magic penetration, magic damage. I think I've been building mana as well because I find myself running out of mana. Don't know if that's the correct way to do it, but that's the way I do it. Other than that, that's it. Closing thoughts. Great game, fantastic game, and hey, don't forget to share a smile because tomorrow's a new day. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.